All right, let's jump right in. We're going to be talking about a really powerful idea from John Warrillow's book, Built to Sell. And the whole idea is this: building a business that can absolutely thrive without you. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but I love my business. I never want to sell it. And that's totally fine. But here's the thing. This isn't really about selling. It's about creating a true asset, not just a job for yourself.
So let me ask you a question, and I want you to be honest with yourself. Does your business feel less like an investment and more like a super high-stress job that you can literally never escape from? You know, if every single decision, every client problem, every little fire lands right on your plate, well then you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, that feeling? It actually has a name. It's called the owner's trap, and it's where so many passionate entrepreneurs get stuck. But here's the good news. There is an escape route, and today we're going to build that route, piece by piece.
So what exactly is this owner's trap? Well, it's when your business is you. You're the one with all the knowledge, you're the main salesperson, you're the chief firefighter, and from the outside, to someone who might want to buy your company someday, that's not a feature, it's a bug. It's a huge risk, because if you leave all the company's value, all the magic, well, it walks right out the door with you.
So look at this. You've basically got two roads in front of you. Over on the left, you've got the owner-reliant business. It's stressful, it hits a growth ceiling, and at the end of the day, it's pretty much unsellable. But on the right, that's the goal, the sellable business. It's scalable, it's independent, and because of that, it's incredibly valuable.
Okay, so how do we get from the left side to the right side? Well, the very first step is a big one. You have to stop trying to be everything to everybody. It's time to focus. It's time to master one thing, not many. We're talking about the incredible power of specialization. And check this out, because when you specialize, you kick off this amazing positive cycle. See, when you focus on doing one thing really, really well, you become known as the expert. That reputation starts attracting better clients, which gives you the power to negotiate better prices. And with that extra profit, you can hire the best people who are also experts in that one thing, which just makes your reputation even stronger. It all feeds itself.
So let this be your new mantra. Seriously, put all your focus, all your energy into that one thing your business does better than anyone else. Don't generalize. Be a master of one.
All right, on to our second big principle. So, you've specialized? Awesome. But now we have to deal with another huge risk factor, and that's having all of your eggs in one client's basket. It is time to break that client dependency by diversifying. Just take a look at this chart. This business is in a really, really fragile spot. That one big client makes up 40% of all their revenue. Just think about that. What happens if that client pays an invoice late? Your cash flow is shot. What happens if they decide to leave? Your whole business could be in jeopardy.
And then damage isn't just financial. It totally guts your negotiating power, right? You can't afford to push back or ask for what you're really worth. And it just burns out your team because they're constantly dropping everything to handle the big client's latest emergency. And just like that, boom, you are right back in the stress and instability of the owner's trap.
So here is the hard and fast rule. This is the number to live by. No single customer should ever make up more than 15% of your total revenue. It's a simple, clear benchmark that forces you to build a much healthier, more resilient company.
Okay, that brings us to our third and final principle. And honestly, this is the one that ties everything else together. You've specialized, you've diversified your client base, now it's time to create your repeatable playbook. You have to systematize your service.
And that playbook has a name. It's your Standard Service Offering, or SSO. The best way to think about it is like the recipe for your secret sauce. It's a documented, step-by-step process for delivering your amazing specialized service perfectly. Now, the key here is twofold. It has to be incredibly valuable to your customer, obviously, but it also has to be teachable to your employees.
So how do you actually build one? Well, it's a four-step process. First, you have to clearly define exactly what your service is. Second, you document every single step of how you do it. Third, you use that documentation to train your team so they can do it just as well as you can. And fourth, and trust me, this is the hardest part, you never, ever customize.
You will always feel that pressure from clients to make just one little tweak. You have to learn to resist it. Why? Because that standardized, consistent process is exactly what makes your business valuable. A potential buyer isn't buying you and your personal genius. They're buying a reliable, predictable system that they know how to run.
So let's put it all together. These aren't just three separate ideas. They work together to form a complete blueprint for building a business that's a real asset, one that can run, grow, and make money, all without you needing to be there every second of the day.
Here it is. This is your blueprint for freedom. Number 1, specialize. Become the absolute master of one thing. Number 2, diversify. Make sure no single client has you over a barrel. And number 3, systematize. Create that teachable, repeatable playbook that anyone on your team can execute flawlessly.
Look, this isn't just some abstract theory. It's all about taking action. So I'm going to leave you with a challenge, a question to really think about. What is the one process, the one thing in your business that you can start to document and standardize this week? Because that right there, that's your first real step out of the owner's trap.